Welcome to our Nison candle scanner overview for the TradingView platform. My name is Paul. I am the president of candlecharts.com. Happy to be with you here, either live or if you're watching this via recording. The purpose of today's session is to review and go over the candle scanner on TradingView platform. Now, we also do have candle scanner on 3 other platforms. They are NinjaTrader, TradeStation, and Trade Navigator. Today's session is specific to the TradingView platform. So here's what I want to do. Just going to get right into it. That way I can show as much information on the charts as I possibly can and answer any questions. So the idea of today's session, we're going to do a brief history of Candle Scanner. We're going to talk about the TradingView platform itself. We're going to talk about the resources that you get when you become an owner. And for those of you who already are owners, make sure you know how to access them. Talk about the main features. Talk about some of the ways that our software is being used by traders around the globe. Show you some examples of different things. And then for those of you that are ready to take the next step, if you don't already own it, we do have a special offer available at candlecharts.com/tradingview, where we're giving an offer on, we have 3 different levels of subscription. We have a monthly plan, an annual plan, and a lifetime plan. We're giving $50 off the monthly, not just the first month, but every month thereafter. We're giving $100 off the annual plan and $200 off the lifetime plan. Plus, any purchase of any of those 3, you'll be invited to Steve's roundtable session next week, where he'll be talking about various markets. I'll only be talking a little bit more about using Candle Scanner on TradingView. So let's move on and talk a little bit about the brief history of Candle Scanner. Let me just tell you real quick, Steve actually designed Nison Candle Scanner for himself many years ago. He was, actively working in New York, going back and forth into different offices all day, and he still wanted to make trades. So he was looking for a tool that would be able to find candle patterns for him. So he designed Candle Scanner, talked to a couple of programmers, they put it all together for him, and sure enough, there it was. Well, we talked about it a couple of years after he was using it and said, hey, wouldn't traders around the globe love to be able to use it? So we decided to make it available to everybody around the globe. We then put it on a few different platforms, and just recently, meaning in the fall of last year, we put it onto the TradingView platform, which is our newest version of Candle Scanner on TradingView. It works on any version of TradingView, whether you're using it the free version of TradingView or any of the paid versions. We really like TradingView for a few things. One, it has data already built in. And when I say data, I'm talking about market data for any market that you can imagine, stock, crypto, Forex, futures, commodities, ETFs, indices, and more in real time. TradingView is not a download. You do not have to download it onto a computer. You could put TradingView directly onto a smartphone, on an iPad, on a tablet, on a desktop, laptop, Chromebook, you name it, it can work on it as long as you have the internet. Okay, so because TradingView could be put anywhere, because you can have it work on any market in any time frame, and I'll show examples coming up, we love the TradingView platform. It's very easy to use. If you purchased it now, you'll be able to use it within minutes of our team permissioning everything for you. So I'm going to show you the resources in a couple of minutes that you get when you become an owner of Candle Scanner. I'm going to show you some of the main features of how NCS, that's just our abbreviation for Nison Candle Scanner, and how it can highlight, how it can scan, and how it can alert you. I'm going to show you a couple of kind of neat things that TradingView has when you combine it with Nison Candle Scanner. It really will put the odds in your favor. I'll show you some examples. And again, that link, if you're interested in purchasing, is candlecharts.com/tradingview, but I will answer and show you that in a little bit. And then we're going to go over any Q&A, any questions that you have First question that just came in from Mark, what level to utilize this number of indicators? Mark, so I think you're asking if TradingView, the free version of TradingView allows you to have 2 indicators on your chart. So if you wanted Nison Candle Scanner, you could put it on the free version as long as you only used no more than 1 other indicator. Mark, I think that's what you're asking. If you wanted more than 2 indicators onto your chart, so if you wanted Nison Candle Scanner along with 5 other indicators, yes, you would then have to purchase a TradingView version. But if you only wanted 2 indicators on your chart, you'd be easily able to utilize the free version. Okay? Hopefully that answered that question. So let's talk now about the resources that you get when you purchase Candle Scanner. So when you purchase Candle Scanner from us, you're going to have the resources added inside of your account at candlecharts.com. So the first thing that you'll see after you log in, you'll click on My Account, and then you'll come to Nison Candle Scanner on TradingView. First thing you'll see is a 12.5 or almost 13-minute video showing you how to get it started. And I'm going to show you this on the chart. It literally takes seconds. So there's a 12-minute video to do that. After you watch that 12-minute video, you click on Next Lesson, and it will take you to our next video, the first steps and an overview. Okay, first steps meaning how to customize, how to add other indicators, how to do some other things. So this is a 15-minute video. So literally, if you already have a TradingView account, you're probably familiar with a lot of this already, but we show you 2 videos, a 12-minute and a 15-minute video, and you're up and running, literally that quickly. After you watch those 2 videos, and I highly suggest that you do, it'll save you a lot of time trying to figure things out. You'll then see all of the bonus training that we provide you, giving you ideas and different examples of how to utilize it. We have a whole video from Steve on strict criteria, and I'll show you why. Strict criteria is different than standard criteria candle patterns, and Steve goes through that for you here. If you're new to using charts, Steve created a 56-minute video on how to set up charts. Really very powerful. Candle Scanner uses 28 different candle patterns. This video from Steve reviews each of those 28 candle patterns, what you need to know about them, a little bit of a nuance that Steve is going to provide to you, and just a little bit more information on how to utilize the software. And almost an hour-long video that I did on a bouncing ball trade setup that I've been doing for a long time. And I show you how I set it up with Candle Scanner on TradingView. This thing's been working for a long time for me, and the software makes it so easy to find. It's my favorite trading strategy. And then we did another session on April 12th, just a couple of months ago, where we went through a whole bunch of different actual more in-depth information, another 51-minute video. In addition, we give you a quick reference guide. What is that? It's going to show you when the abbreviations are on your chart, and I'll show you what that means in a minute. It'll show you what the abbreviations stand for. So you could have the abbreviations on your chart, and I'll be able to answer that for you too. So those are the resources that you get when you purchase Candle Scanner from us. These are the candle chart resources, okay? So let's pull up the chart. Actually, what I'm doing here is I'm showing you 4 different charts first. Don't worry, there won't be a quiz on these 4 charts, but a reason why I wanted to bring this up for you is I wanted to show you that it works in different markets, different time frames, different indicators, you name it, you got it. So here in the upper left, I have a chart of Bitcoin on a 5-minute chart. Notice what I have. I put in Bollinger Bands. These are the blue lines, the blue line here and there. This is Nison Candle Scanner with the abbreviations, as you can see here. Like for example, right here, a plus E, that is a bullish engulfing pattern. Okay, so some people like having the abbreviations on. Other people like having the full name. So if you look in here in the upper right corner, you'll see the full name of the candle patterns. Here we're looking at the S&P 500 index on a daily chart. I do not have any other indicators on there, but you easily can. You just click on indicators and add whatever indicator you're looking for. Again, here are the full names of the candle patterns. So right there is a rising window, identifying there is a rising window. Hanging man, falling window, bull sash. Again, there's 28 different candle patterns, and I'm going to show you here in a minute how you can pick and choose which of the candle patterns you want highlighted on your chart, whatever time frame, whatever market. Down here in the bottom left, we have an hourly chart of NVIDIA. Again, here I have full names. I don't have any other indicators on, but I'll be showing you a couple of examples coming up. And then down here in the bottom right, we get the question every single day, does this work in Indian markets? And I show this chart because I want to make sure everybody knows, yes, we have so many students in India using this right now. It is so fun. I was on a call early my time this morning talking to a group in India using this on the Nifty 50 index. We were looking at a 15-minute chart, and sure enough, here we are, 15-minute chart, Nifty index with the abbreviations. Jay saying, can you show some actual trades with real money on the line? That's not the purpose of today, Jay. Today is a demonstration of the software, but I can show you a couple of really cool things that you can use with Candle Scanner and TradingView. So those are 4 different charts. Notice I have different layouts. So this is my layout that I call quad, simply because I have 4 different charts up here, okay? I have multiple different layouts that I can put up at any given time. Let's just put up this layout. I call it bounce, okay? Now you could have, again, depending on which level of TradingView, you can have various templates and layouts and all kinds of different stuff. This is a chart of AMD that we were looking at. And Jay, here's a quick thing for you. You wanted to see a real trade. This is something we actually were doing today. And we took a quick profit on it and we got out of the short trade. We saw that we were having hesitation right here at an upper Bollinger Band. We had a nice red candle. We got some information about AMD right here from TradingView. We were far away from earnings. We took a quick short trade. We got out because we touched the middle point of the Bollinger Band, this middle moving average right here, which just coincided with a couple of lower tests. So we got out. Quick, fast trade. I don't have time to get into the details of that trade, but here are in red lines. These are Bollinger Bands. I love using Bollinger Bands. There have been multiple times when you start seeing little clues along the way. When we got an open up here right near that upper Bollinger Band and you switch into a intraday time frame, notice this is a daily on AMD. There's a couple of little signals here in the morning that we took advantage of. And we had a target here, and that's where our stop was, right there at that top Bollinger Band, which just so happened to be kind of in line with the highest recent close that we got, okay? So there are drawing tools here on the left. There are scanning capabilities and alerts and all kinds of things over here on the right. What I want to show you now are the settings of Nison Candle Scanner. So if I hover my mouse over my indicators up here in the top left of the chart where it says Nison Candle Scanner, and I hover my mouse over the little settings icon, I'm going to click on that and I'm going to go to inputs. Remember I was saying before about yes, no, or strict? Well, here we go. Here are the 28 different candle patterns, which are broken up into 13 bullish, 2 neutral, and 13 bearish candle signals, okay? Again, these are the same 28 candle patterns that we have the video that Steve did reviewing each of these candle patterns. So even if you don't really remember all of them, you're gonna have enough information from that video. For each candle pattern, you get to pick yes, no, or strict. Do I want those highlighted on my chart? Okay, so I have it on yes. For example, I currently have doji to no. I can easily add doji back on just by going to yes, okay? And there I am, and I'll be able to see doji on my screen when I look, and doji will be highlighted in yellow. It'll just take a couple of seconds for that to pop up, and here is a couple of doji right there. It's tough to read through that, but I personally don't like having doji on my screen, so I'm just going to go back in and remove it, and voila, they're gone. Go back to settings. Here is where I just check that box if I want abbreviations. So if I check abbreviations, I click OK. These full names right now will flip into the abbreviation. So watch this bearish engulfing pattern right here. Watch what happens here momentarily. And there it is, becomes a minus E. Now, why is that important? Sometimes if you're looking at an intraday chart and you have a lot of candles all bunched up together, and there's a lot of candle signals, it might be tough to read the different candle pattern names. Well, there's the abbreviation. So it takes up a lot less space. Minus E is a bearish engulfing. Minus W, for example, is a falling window. Again, we do give you that quick reference guide telling you exactly what each of the abbreviations happen to be. These blue lines on here, I actually drew in myself, so I'm just going to just show you can see, I'm going to remove that blue line. And I'm going to remove that blue line as well, just so that you can see that chart. If you want to see it a little bit clearer, I'm actually going to remove the Bollinger Bands. Remove those, just to make it that much easier to see the candle scanner. And notice I'm just scrolling in, I'm zooming in and out right here, just so that you can see how easy it is to go different time frames, different patterns, different everything like that. So let's say I want to set up a scan. I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up a scan. So let's just make it real easy just for the fun of it. I'm going to look at AMD on a 3-minute chart. Okay. And I'm going to go back into my settings. Here are my inputs. These are all the yeses. Okay. I'm looking at 3-minute chart now. Let's say I want to scan for those candle patterns on the markets that I want. So just because I know the stock market is closed, I'm going just to pick some markets right now that are actually open. Bitcoin, I'm going to pick the pound dollar, the euro dollar. Let's pick another crypto. Let's take Ethereum. Over here is where you get to pick what time frame you want to scan. If you just leave it on chart, it will default to whatever the time frame chart is. So I'm just going to leave it on 3-minute. So as of now, what this means is anything I have yes, I'm going to scan for these 4 different markets: Bitcoin, euro dollar, pound dollar, and Ethereum, each on 3-minute charts for all of those candle patterns. I'm going to click OK. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back in, right? I have those. I'm all set. Now what I want to do is I'm going to create an alert. Okay, the alert right here is Nison Candle Scanner. Let's come up with a name. Let's just having fun, okay? And let's pick notifications. These are the ways that I can be notified to when those things happen. So I'm going to have a pop-up. I don't want an email. I want to play a sound, and I'm going to click create. And I have my alert. So now on those 4 markets, notice up here, I just clicked on the alert icon up here in the upper right. There's my having fun. So when a having fun alert happens, it'll pop up with a little message, a little sound over here, and you will see in the alert log if any of those things happen. So I picked, I believe it was 26 different candle patterns on 3-minute charts in those 4 markets, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, pound dollar, euro dollar. To be alerted, it has to be one of those candle patterns at the close of a 3-minute candle. So we still have a couple minutes to go until that happens. So what I wanted to show you while we're waiting for any of those alerts to happen, up here, that looks like a little stopwatch or an alarm clock here, upper right corner. That's where I get my alerts. If I want to go look back and look at the full chart, I click it again. But if I want to look at alerts, there you go. And then down here, you'll see the alert log of all the alerts that I was receiving today on 15-minute charts. Okay? Those are all from today on a scan that I had set up. So what I just showed you is highlighting, which is where you highlight the different candle patterns in different time frames. Okay? Whatever time frame you want, whatever markets you want. I showed you how to do that in abbreviations or full name. I showed you scanning, very simple. You go into the settings, You pick which candle patterns you want to scan for. You pick which markets you want to scan those on, and you pick which time frames you want to scan them on. So let's say I wanted to look at Bitcoin, but I wanted to scan Bitcoin on a 3-minute, on a 5-minute, on a 10-minute chart. Well, you just go into the settings, you add Bitcoin on a 3-minute, Bitcoin on a 5-minute, Bitcoin on a 10-minute for whatever candle patterns you are looking for. Okay? Hope all of that makes sense so far. If there are any questions, this would be a good time to type that in, and I'd be happy to answer that for you. I know I'm going quickly. I use this every single day in my own trading, so I kind of have the advantage here. So if you have a question, type it in. Okay. So what I want to show you is just a little bit of my, actually, I'm just going to come here to a chart of Apple. Okay. I wanted to show you this because it's one of my favorite things to trade. Today, actually early today, I knew about it last week, but today TradingView announced that they now have what's called volume candles. Okay. Notice something. Take a look at that candle where I just drew the big blue line. See how narrow that is? Now what I want to do, take a look at that candle. See how wide that is? For those of you that want to use the free version of TradingView, all this is doing is the wider the candle, the higher the volume. Okay? So they're calling volume candles. I just started playing with this last week, put it onto my chart today, and I wanted to show you the difference between a low volume candle and a high volume candle. Why is that important? Because sometimes you want to know, is it a candle pattern on low volume or on high volume? This was a rising window on big fat volume right here. Okay. Yes, it was a red candle. We opened up here, we closed down there, but look at the gap. It went from 172-ish and we closed at 183, $11 move, even though it jumped all the way up to 186. So it's a bigger move at the open. Just think about all that volume that happened that day. Next day, the volume lowered down. This happened right after earnings. See that? The E at the bottom of the chart is going to tell you earnings. The D will tell you dividends. And this little lightning bolt looking item will give you up-to-date information. So what I want to show you on this chart, pretty important. I have a couple of favorite tools up here on my little handy dandy tool. This is a horizontal line drawing tool. Right here, see, this is called a falling window. I'm just going to draw a line there. Okay. I'm going to draw another line at that falling window. Notice we had falling window here, falling window there. For those of you should know, falling window is going to represent some resistance, right? So we got resistance there. Yeah, Mark is saying it should have been part of candles long ago. Yep, we get that every day, Mark. Such incredible information. I'm so lucky to have learned this from Steve Nison and be able to apply it to my own trading. Here's a falling window right here. This is a resistance line that I just drew in, this bottom blue horizontal line that I just drew in. Notice what we had happen. We had a test, right? That held as resistance from the beginning of March to the middle of March. And then what did we get? We got a rising window. This then became support. This is what Steve would call a change of polarity. What was resistance became support from this rising window. We get a move all the way back above that falling window, which was resistance. You would think that that would become support, but not necessarily, because we didn't get a confirmation. Look what we got. The very next candle, we got to move back below that, and we got to move all the way back below that line. Okay, just got a question from Tolu. I see Coinbase, which is centralized exchange. Can we search for charts in decentralized exchanges like Radium? I can take a look, but Tolu, you can also just open up a TradingView account and see if they have it, because Candle Scanner will work on anything inside of TradingView. Okay. So getting back into this became my resistance point again. Oh, we got a close above it. We got a confirmed close above it, but then we tested that upper line. and then uh-oh, here it is again. So 2 times in a row, we get a move back above that top horizontal line just to get a move back below it. And look, all we got was that resistance line from here, held, 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 and then we get earnings. Now, some people say, well, how did we know that was going to happen? We had no idea. Okay, we just did not know that a rising window would happen after earnings. We don't know what earnings are going to be. We have an idea what Apple does for a living, right? They sell iPhones and everything else. But look at that window. Look at how the window not only jumped above that line, but jumped above that line. So where is our new support? Well, our support is actually here all the way up to here. This whole area is now support, okay? It's a very big area of support. The very next candle, we get a close below it, got a close below it, close right at it. This candle would make me happy, right? Got a little bull separating line. Oh, sorry, that's the bull separating line up here. This candle, even though it's red, we held that support, okay? A lot of times when you get a breakout above a line, you got a test below it, but then a hold above it, pretty powerful. Bull separated line, doji, and then look where we just kept going on and on. So the power of being able to draw lines on a chart as defined by Steve Nison, right? It's not me designing that and defining what candle patterns are what. We're talking about being able to do that. Now, at this point, you might start saying, well, Apple's up here, right? Should we really go long? Let's go back in time. Let's find where our next resistance would be. Well, we want to look back here. Got a bunch of upper shadows, a small real green candle right there, right? So we could draw a line right there, and look what we got. We got a test today above it. So one of the things that you can easily do that I love doing with Candle Scanner and TradingView is doing a bar replay. So all you do, click this word replay up here. Okay, you select what bar you want to start at. Let's say you want to start right here. And I could have done this easily with you guys, but you can do that for yourself. And then you can play or go candle by candle. And what would I do here? And what would I do there? So you could do one candle at a time, or let's say I want to just hit play and it'll do it for me. Let's say it's a little too slow for me. I'm going to speed it up, right? Or let's say I want to go even quicker. How quick, okay? So that's a bar replay where I can just go in and I can practice. Why is that important, folks? I stress this to everybody I know. Doctors practice medicine, lawyers practice legal services. Traders need to practice, okay? And some traders will tell me, oh, I've been trading 20 years. Okay, that's great. Practice, right? Professional athletes that have been athletes for years, practice, right? Doctors continue to practice. They don't do medicine, they practice medicine. And there's a reason why our most successful traders still take multiple losses. They just know how to take small losses. So I love doing the bar replay because it'll allow you to watch the behavior of that specific market. Okay, what would you have done there? Okay, so let's move forward. I'm just going to hit play, and there we are for right now. Okay, let's say we want to go short. I'm not saying you should. That's not what I'm saying at all. Let's just say you might want to, or you thought about it. One of the other favorite things I like using with TradingView is the short position tool. If I were to enter a short, right, we're up here now. Just move this over. What this is going to do is allow me to identify my risk and my reward, something that Steve teaches constantly. So I can move my risk. If I were to go a short position, let's say I want to move it to those recent highs back there, right? Right in line with that. And let's say my target would be, just making this up, to that recent high back here. As of right now, I would be risking $2 to try to make $3.71. Now, this is on the underlying, the stock itself, not on an option, but it's going to provide me with my risk-reward ratio of 1.86. If you do not know what your reward-to-risk ratio is that you feel comfortable with, I suggest that you take some time and figure that out. Some people are fine with doing a 1-to-1. Other people won't trade unless it's a 2-to-1. Some people won't trade unless it's a 3-to-1. It's up to you. Somebody just asked, can I go over what that means? Sure. Risk reward, or I actually call it reward risk ratio, is how much reward are you getting or potentially getting for how much risk are you willing to take. So if you're willing, if let's say you bought a stock at 10, you want it to go long. If your target's 11 and you're risking, meaning you put a stop in at 9, that would mean $1 reward to $1 risk. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. I personally would not make that trade. But if I bought it at 10 and my reward target was 12 and my risk was down to 9, now I'm risking the $1 down to 9 in order to potentially get a target of 12 for a $2 profit. That would be a 2-to-1 ratio that I would strongly consider doing 2-to-1. Would I rather a 3-to-1 or a 4-to-1? Absolutely, I would. But what this is going to allow you to do using this tool, and they have a long position tool and a short position tool, where it'll tell you, you can adjust the ups and downs. Okay, maybe that's my risk. Well, now I'm at a 1.01. But maybe I'm really thinking that's my target. Well, now my ratio is 4.99 to 1. You can change this as you're in a trade to help you identify where should my target be, where should my risk be, and how to accomplish my reward to risk ratio. I hope all of that makes sense. It's something that I do. It's something that I know a lot of our institutional traders do. It's something that I know a lot of our individual, meaning you're trading for yourself, they take advantage of this tool with Candle Scanner so that you could draw in your lines, identify your risk and your reward, meaning your support and resistance, and be objective about it before you get into the trade, before you start thinking, hey, let's just get into the trade. Because guess what? Once you're in the trade, you're not in control. The market is. The market is going to dictate what happens to your money at that point. Before you get into the trade, you're in complete control. You determine if you're going to get in or not get in based on all of the clues and all the hints that you get from using our powerful tool, the Nison candle scanning software. Does all of that make sense so far? I know I just went through a lot of information very quickly. This is such a great tool, this risk reward tool. I'm just going to remove it for right now. If anybody wants to look at another chart, if you want to type in a symbol, I'd be happy to pull that up. And just to give you an example, and we can just show you exactly how this works. All right, there we go. Somebody just asked for, oh, not a crypto, the stock, Boeing. Okay. So that's today. This is a daily chart, okay? So just because the market's closed, it'll just take a couple extra seconds for the candle scanner. As you can see, this little eye moving right here, and there's my candle patterns. Okay, I'm just gonna get this a little bit bigger and make it a little bit easier to see. Okay, so the first thing I always like doing is looking for any windows or engulfings where I can easily draw in lines. Let's just draw a line in right here. It wasn't a great engulfing candle, but after the initial couple of candles, we've now held that a couple times. And Jay, yeah, that is a bullish engulfing. Like I said, it's not a great bullish engulfing, but just look at that prior downtrend. So remember, it's not just the couple of candles before, it is the trend over time. So there is a proprietary definition of what a trend is, and that's all taken into consideration by the software. So it's not a great bullish engulfing because it's a small real body. It did go sideways there for a couple candles because I really wouldn't consider it to be strong, like I said before. But here's a hammer. Because of this long red candle, there's a hammer again. So I would make that happen. But look at what we just got today, actually. I just noticed this right now. I would not have seen that. There is a rising window today, right? The high on Friday, 177.90. The low today, 178.02. So we're talking about a 12-cent window. I would not have seen that without the software saying that was a rising window right there. Okay, so that would be my immediate support line. So let's say I wanted to go long. Where would my target be if I was to go long at this point? Anybody? Someone just said the recent high. So let's say that's my recent high. So let's do a long position tool here. Let's say I'm going to get in. My stop is to that window. My target is to that line right there. Look at my reward to risk ratio of 0.69 to 1. Would I enter that trade? Would anybody in this room enter a long trade right now? Just say yes or no. Would you enter a long trade now? I see a whole bunch of no's. Okay, good. Well, again, this session is not about telling you what to trade, what not to trade. It's to provide you with the tools needed. This ratio is 0.69, meaning you're willing to make 69 cents basically to lose $1. I'm not willing to lose $1 or bet $1 to make 69 cents. Just not good enough for me. Okay? Now, as you're in the trade, you can move this to wherever you want to go. You can adjust your stops. You can adjust everything you want, and the ratios and amounts will change correspondingly. So you could do a bar replay back here and then move this into the future and see, hey, if I'm in the trade right now, what is my ratio right now? And a lot of times that will help dictate, should you move your stop up? Should you get out of the position? Should you add to the position? Right? If you're in a trade and it's going really well, right? Some people say, let me just take the profit. Nothing wrong, ever wrong with taking a profit. But some other people would say, let me add to the position. Some people would take, let me take part of the position off. Everybody has different trading styles. The candle scanning software is designed to help any trader anywhere in the world, no matter what market, no matter what time frame you're looking at. Okay, like I just said, some people on a good trade would add to the position. Other people would take some off. Some people would take the whole position off completely. Some people would just move a stop up and let it run. Everybody's different. Your trading style is your trading style. Okay, so what I just did was I did a quick run through of Nison Candle Scanner. I showed you this on an individual stock. I showed you before on various markets and different things. It works in any market possible. So now let me just show you again, for those of you that are ready to make the purchase, we offer it in monthly, annual, and lifetime. And the link, by the way, is Candle Charts. Actually, I'll just type it in so that you can go to it. I had a couple of people asking for it. candlecharts.com/tradingview. And that will take you to this page. We offer a monthly plan, an annual plan, and a lifetime plan. We're providing you with discounts on each one of the three, $50 off the monthly, $100 off the annual, and $200 off the lifetime. Lifetime means you make one purchase, you own it for life. On the monthly and annual, these are subscription models, meaning monthly plan, you'd be paying every month. But notice this right here. If you go with the monthly, you do have the ability to upgrade during your first month. So you purchase the monthly today, let's say, and during your first 30 days, you say, I really should have bought lifetime. you can upgrade to lifetime with credit for what you paid for the first month. So today, you would just be paying $199 for the month. Okay? In the 30 days, what happens is if you don't do anything, it'll just continue at the $199 per month rate. However, you would have the ability to upgrade and pay the difference between the monthly and the lifetime. Annual, you pay by the year. Lifetime, you pay one time. Now let's go over a couple of key features. Again, you're automatically upgraded to what we call NCS Pro, which means it has built-in modules, meaning there are slightly different definitions for intraday, for crypto, for Forex, and for strict candles. You will get those bonus videos I talked about before on how to get started and how to new to charts, a quick reference guide, a pattern video from Steve. You'll be exclusively invited to all best practices and idea sessions, such as that bouncing ball trade that I did. Now, here are the cool things, just to remind you of everything Candle Scanner can do. It can highlight, scan, and alert you in real time. You're automatically upgraded to the NCS Pro. You will save hours and hours of time finding the best entries and exit locations. You'll be able to find any of the candle patterns, 13 bullish, 13 bearish, 2 neutral. You'll be able to pick between standard and strict. It works in multiple markets with the data feed already built in. For those of you that have used other platforms before or other platforms where you have to provide data feed, you do not have to worry about that here. Data is already built in, whether you're trading crypto, stock, ETF, Forex, does not matter, already built in. It works on any device. This is something I'm so happy about. I tell the story all the time. When I first started beta testing this last summer on the TradingView platform, I set it up on my desktop. I added it onto my phone. I got an alert on my phone when I was not in the office. I was then able to make a trade based on that alert. It works on any device as long as you have the internet. So laptop, desktop, tablet, phone, and more. You have online access to our resources. Also, before I forget, every chat agent that we have here, they are active users of our software. So if you ever had a quick question, you can always do a chat with our chat agents and they can help you out. You can scan your markets, be alerted to any of those patterns in any time frame. The possibilities are endless. Steve's favorite pattern is the window. So if you wanted just to scan whatever watch list you want for windows, you could do that and trade just the way Steve does. Number 11, any and all upgrades and updates are included. Okay? Anytime TradingView does an upgrade, our software will be adapted to fit it. Anytime we do something to our software, it is included. You do not have to purchase it again. They are all included. TradingView. If you don't already have a TradingView account, you could just come to this page, click this blue button that says Launch Chart. You'll be able to create a free TradingView account. TradingView will also offer you the ability to purchase a TradingView platform. That's up to you. If you want more of the bells and whistles that TradingView offers, go for it. But you do not need it in order to run Candle Scanner. If you already do have a TradingView account, you can come to this page, click on this blue chart, and it'll take you directly to your TradingView account. Here's a couple of the screenshots, screenshot abbreviation and the full name, and some incredible testimonials that we've received. I love this one from Jake. It's like trading with Steve Nison right next to you. No second guessing yourself. Forget about the cost of the software. A must-have for any trader. If you lost money in the market, then you seriously need NCS. That's from Jake. Dwayne was able to download. He didn't have to download it. He was able to add it onto his chart. I think he just used the word download from old time. He was able to identify shooting stars and hammers within minutes. From Bernard, software is your candlestick trading coach. Gives you the ability to feel confident. This is such a key word. Do you imagine trading and having Steve Nison sit next to you? That's basically what this is like. It's what I did when I first started working for Steve. I would ask him question after question. Look at this chart with me. Look at that chart with me. Well, the Candle Scanner does it for you. Mark says NCS saves time for quicker and timelier analysis. And Stu said, your screener woke me up to the candle patterns in the real world. It was eye-opening. So that's the link, candletarks.com/tradingview. The promotions are only for the next couple of days. If you already have Candle Scanner, fantastic. If you don't have it already, you can choose the monthly, the annual, or the lifetime. You could do a chat with us. You can email me directly if you'd like, paul@candletarks.com, and you can be on your way. Somebody just asked, if I do the monthly and I don't like it, well, then you just cancel it. It's that simple. Monthly, it goes for 30 days. You pay the $199. Normally it's $249. You pay the $199. You have it for the month. If you don't want to continue, you email us and say, hey, I don't want to continue. We stop the billing and you're not billed again. If you don't like it after 5 days, we're going to say, why don't you like it? We want to know why, because that doesn't happen. It's usually people that just don't give it a chance. The more you use the software, the better it will become. You'll get more ideas. You'll find out different ways to utilize it. There's so many really cool things that you can utilize the software with to find trades, to help you know when to enter, to help you know when to get out, and sometimes when not to get out. So I've been using the bar replay. I've been using the long and short position to help identify my risk-reward ratios. And it truly has helped me make decisions based on actual information rather than, yeah, I'll just get out because, or I'll just get in because. Well, now I have actual tool. Not now, I've been using it for a while. It provides the tool that you need in order to look at any chart in any time frame and be able to make those wise decisions in order to more than pay for itself. So I showed you examples. I showed you all kinds of fun stuff. The link is candletarks.com/tradingview. Strongly suggest that if you don't already own it, that you take full advantage of this special promotion. Also, one last item, with the purchase of any of the 3 levels, whether you go monthly, annual, or lifetime, you will be invited to the special roundtable session that Steve is giving next week on June 10th. Okay, he will be doing a special session on June 10th where he will be going over various items utilizing Candle Scanner on TradingView, showing some markets that you choose. We'll be sending out an email to people that are invited saying, submit any questions that you want Steve to answer, along with if there's any charts that you want him to take a quick look at during that session. So if you purchase now, you will be invited to that special session. At this point, I will take any questions and any answer, or I'll hopefully be able to answer any question that you have to be able to take full advantage of what our software can do for you. So if you have any questions, type it in now, and I'd be happy to answer it for you. By the way, I do want to congratulate. We have a couple of people that just took advantage. We have somebody who took advantage of monthly. I see somebody just took advantage of the lifetime. You will be getting an email from us shortly once everything's set up. It is a little bit of a manual process on our part where we have to permission your TradingView account to have access. And real quick, for those of you that are just buying it and you get access, you'll get an email saying you're now ready to go. All you would do, open up a chart on TradingView, you click the word indicators, you would click invite only, and you'll see Nison Candle Scanner, and you would see a green lock right there. You click Nison Candle Scanner one time, and it would be added to your chart. It's that simple. All we would need to do is be able to permission your account. So when you make the purchase, you would be asked for your TradingView username, which is not an email address. It's just the TradingView username that you have. That way we can go in and permission that account. Once we permission the account, you will see Nison Candle Scanner with a green lock in the invite only section. If you don't purchase it, you will not see it in the invite only. And once it's in invite only, you should see the green lock. If you see a red lock, you just let us know and we can just go back in and be able to take care of that for you. But as soon as it's in the invite only, you should see the green lock. And notice when I hover my mouse, it'll say invite only, you have been granted access. That's as simple as it is. You just add it onto your chart and away you go. I don't see any other questions at this point. I want to congratulate those of you that just took advantage of it. Congratulate all of you that already own it. If you do have any other questions, feel free to email me, paul@candlecharts.com, or go to our website and do a chat with any of our chat agents. I hope you found the session informative. For those of you that don't own it already, we look forward to working with you here. If you decide that you are ready to take the next step with our flagship software, the Nison candle scanning software. Hope you enjoyed the session. Have a great rest of your day, and we do look forward to working with you here at candlecharts.com. Bye for now.